Dear friends, today I am going to discuss with you the topic testing hypothesis. Myself, Dr. R.C. Nagaraja, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Government First Year College, Davangere. Today we have some learning objectives and about what is hypothesis testing procedures, null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, selecting a significance level, type 1 and type 2 error, sample illustration of one-tailed and two-tailed test. Now we shall discuss about what is hypothesis. Hypothesis is a predictive statement capable of being tested by scientific methods that relates an independent variable to some dependent variable. So for example, we have some predictive statement like student who receives counseling will show greater increase in creativity than the student not receiving counseling, or automobile A is better than the automobile B. So this is the prediction. So that prediction should be tested by various tests, and the hypotheses are more useful when stated in precise, clearly defined terms. Hypothesis is concerned with explanation about relationship between two or more variables. Now, what is the purpose of hypothesis? Hypothesis having some purpose, that is unifying theory and reality. Unifying means adding systematic systems of idea and reality, and it also serves to extend the knowledge, and it gives direction to research. The characteristics of good hypothesis specifies the relationship and testable and justifiable and concise. So the specifies the relationship between the two variables, both independent and dependent variable. So testable means capable of being tested or proved. So justify justifiable means able to shown to the right, and concise. Concise in the sense it should be brief, or it should be shows in a few word. So after the framing an hypothesis, we made some tests. The following steps are followed. The first one is formulate a hypothesis, set up a suitable significance level, choose a test criteria, compute the statistic, and last step is make decisions. First, as a researcher, they formulate a hypothesis. Hypothesis already told that it is an assumed or predetermined statement. For example, the drug is tested on a few patients, and based on the response from patients, a decision has to be made whether the drug should be introduced or not. We make some assumption. So we make some hypothesized value of the population. So thus that assumption we wish to test is called the null hypothesis, and this symbolized H0 or H sub 0. Suppose we want to test the hypothesis that the population mean is equal to 0, means the total population mean is equal to 0. We would symbolize is as follows. Null hypothesis is to population mean equals 500. The null hypothesis is that the population mean is equal to 500. If our sample results fail to support the null hypothesis, we must conclude that some else is true. Whenever we reject the hypothesis, the conclusion we do accept is called the alternative hypothesis, and is symbolized H1 or H sub 1. The alternative hypothesis consider the three possible alternatives. Alternative hypothesis is to population means not equal 500. Alternative hypothesis is to population more than 500 and less than 500. Next, the level is setting up the suitable significance level. Normally, the 5% level of significance is used whenever the published research results often test an hypothesis at 1% level of significance. Now we shall discuss about the type 1 error and type 2 error. Okay, the type 1 error is an error made in rejecting the null hypothesis when in fact it is true. The type 2 error, an error made in accepting the null hypothesis when in fact it is untrue. The level of significance signifies the probability of committing type 1 error and is generally taken as equal to 5%. That is, alpha is equal to 0.05. This means that even after testing the hypothesis, when a decision is made, we may still be committing 5% error in rejecting the null hypothesis when it is actually true. Next step is the choose a test criteria. This means selection of suitable test statistic that can be along with the available information carrying out the test. The different test statistics that are normally used are normal probability distribution, that is G-test, Z statistic. So this is most often used when the sample are more than 30. And another statistic tool should be used T-statistic. So this statistic is based on T-distribution and is considered an appropriate test for judging the significance of difference between the means of two samples. And the t-test is also used for small samples. And another one tool is f-statistics. F-statistics is based on f-distribution and is used to compare variance of two independent samples. And last parametric test is chi-square test statistics. So it is based on chi-square distribution and is used for comparing a sample variance to a theoretical population variance. And the last step is compute the test characteristics. This involves the actual collection and computation of sample data. We have find the sample mean and then compute the calculated G value. So this calculated value is compared with the table value obtained from the normal distribution table against the decision criteria. After that, we make a decision. So if the calculated value of the test characteristic is greater than the tabulated value, the null hypothesis is rejected and the alternative hypothesis is accepted. I have given some illustration problem discussed or testing of means when the population standard deviation is known. This is an illustrated problem. A manufacturer supplies the rare axle for US Postal Service mail truck. These axes must be able to withstand 80,000 pounds per square inch. That means it is a population mean in stress tests, but it is an excessively strong axle raises production cost significantly. Long experience indicates that the standard deviation of the strength of its axle is 4,000 pounds per square inch. This is the standard deviation. The manufacturer selects a sample of 100 axle from the production, test them, and finds that the mean stress capacity of the sample is 79,600. So the total number of samples should be taken by the researcher is here 100. So this one is 79,600. That is actual pounds per square inches in the production. If the axle manufacturer uses a significance level of 0.05 in testing, means 5% testing, will the axle meet is stress requirement. So before solving the problem, we have set some symbolical measurements. This one is population mean of hypothesized is equal to 80,000. Means hypothesized value of the population mean is 80,000. Standard deviation, population standard deviation is 4,000. So n is 100, a sample size. So mean sample mean is 79,600. And after that, we have to test the whether it should be acceptable or not. So suppose the total population is 80,000. This is a null hypothesis. Hypothesized value of total mean 80,000. The alternative hypothesis is not equal to 80,000 and significance level is 5%, 0.05. Before calculating or accepting the measures, the standard errors should be calculated through known population of standard deviation. So standard error is equal to standard deviation divided by root n. Here standard error calculated through standard deviation and number of samples. So the standard deviation is 4,000, number of samples is 100. So the total 400 points per square inch is a standard error made by the researcher. This problem showing the significance level of 5% as the two shaded regions that each contains 0.25, means 5% is divided have two shades, that is off means right hand side and left hand side, 0.2.5, 0.02.5. So the whole area, the acceptance region except the rejected value should be 0.95%, means 95%. So the 0.95 acceptance region contains two equal areas, that is 0.95 divided by 2 means 0.75 each of accepted area. From the normal distribution table, we can see that the appropriate Z value for 0.475% of the area under the curve is 1.96. So this one is the normal distribution table. So this is the value 0.475. So this value, the curve indents like 1.9 and 0.06, means 1.06 is the normal curve. So this chart shows that the 80,000 is the population. So this population area, the total population, in that the acceptance area is in the 0.95. So that 0.95 should be distributed in two equal shades. The right side is 0.475 and 0.475. So this one is rejected area, 0.025 right hand side and left hand side 0.25. Now the total is 5% significance level. So under that we have calculated the upper limit of the square inch pounds. So upper limit of the square inch pound, so total popularized area plus 1.96 right hand side and plus 1.96 is the right hand side, minus 1.96 is the left hand side. So that means the upper limit and the lower limit should be calculated through this example. 80,000 is the population mean plus 1.96 into standard error 400. So total the pounds per inch, the upper limit is 80,784. The lower limit is 79,216. We have defined the limits of the acceptance region is upper limit 80,784 and lower limit 79,216, and the sample mean is 79,600, and the illustrated of the original variable. Obviously, the sample mean lies within the acceptance region. The manufacturer should accept the null hypothesis because there is no significant difference between the hypothesized mean of 80,000 and the observed mean of sample XL. So this one is the hypothesized mean 80,000. The upper limit is under 80,784. Lower limit is 79,216. The sample mean found should be 79,600. It means the sample, the manufacturer should accept the production run as meeting the stress requirement. And then hypothesis testing using the standardized scale. So in the last example, we will test in a actual scale. So this one is standard. The same example should be converted into standardized scale. Instead of converting the critical Z value to the original scale to get numbers directly comparable to the observed value of the mean, we could have converted our observed value of mean to the standardized scale from the following equation. So this is an equation: Z equals mean value minus hypothesized mean value divided by standard error. Okay, so the mean value of the last example is 79,600 minus hypothesized population value 80,000 divided by standard error is 400. So this one is sample mean is one standard error below the population mean. So this chart, this figure shows. So here the mention the minus 1 means this standardized sample mean is located within the acceptance region. So this one is the another example of one-tailed test and as well as the two-tailed test. So this is an hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So H0 is to sample mean is equal to sample population is not equal to sample population. So the statistics are used mean value minus population mean divided by standard error. Okay, so this one is the data. Total population is 4.0, n is equal to 9, mean value is 4.6, standard deviation is 1. So applying this formula we get G value should be 1.8. So this 1.8 is located in here below the 1.96 here. Okay, so right hand side of the table. So this one is two-tailed test. The same sample should be applied for one-tailed test. So we should reject the null hypothesis. Why? Because this 1.8 is located in rejected area. Thank you.